So let's talk about any incident in your in your future year, like past year happened, then you can discuss with me.
Yeah, actually, there are many incidents. Yeah, but one, I remember one. Yeah,
Okay.
I remember one that we had like my my husband and I both have gone to a marriage party, okay? And as we reached the gate, the welcome gate of the marriage place. So one gold chain, no, it got entangled in my husband's shoe. Okay,
Hmm.
when we said he picked up that chain and he asked me, is it of gold? I told, yeah, is it gold? So he kept it in his pocket. Somebody will ask me, I'll just hand it over to that person. So, but nobody called. So what he did, my husband kept it in his pocket and he thought, if we will go with the chain to house and we will tell here. There was one fellow who would move around to everybody's house. He was so social. And the gathering was not that huge one. Gathering was very small because only
Okay.
few relatives were there. So my husband told to that person who goes to house from everybody's house that if somebody tells you about a chain, lost chain, you can tell me. And here is my phone number. He gave him his phone number. So from nowhere one day somebody came to the house and he asked for the chain and he was an old man and he had his granddaughter with him. So he came to my house and he asked that, sir, somewhere I came to know that you are having my chain, my granddaughter's chain, and I have given her in a gift, as a gift, because she passed her 10th exam in a very good percentage. So
Okay.
I presented to her, and she has come with me, and she's very happy if I get back my chain. Okay, my husband first he inquired a little. Okay, maybe somebody fake person has come. He inquired about how is it your chain. So that old man told that swastik is there in the locket, and in fact it's there in the locket. Okay, then, yeah, and we brought the chain and handed them. They literally they were tears in their eyes. They were so happy, and being an old man, he folded his hand in the front of my husband, and even I was standing there, and he told, "You are like a god. You just gave me my chain back." And just it was a just new chain, and really it was a new because it was shining like we have just brought it from the showroom. It was very new chain, and he just handed and just see the happiness on their faces, his granddaughter, and so we returned them. We returned
Yeah,
them.
because you know, ma'am, what happened if your that person, another person will that time will taken at that time, maybe that person will be return something. That person will keep that chain because that person will think like that. No, that is a gold, that is a diamond, so I have to keep. I'm not going to give anyone.
Yeah, correct, correct, correct.
So
So
it's a
yeah, yeah,
so
maybe some other person would be there. He would have kept it. Yes.
okay, so that's why maybe see they become happy because see they forgot their chain and after that see they got it.
Yes, yes.
Correct. So yeah, so very nice, interesting story. I think so, and very inspiration. I think so. If you will get something, not it doesn't matter that that thing is expensive or not, but it
Yes.
that you will give that thing on that person and that person become happy, then you can say that one time trust will build up, that person is very nice and everywhere that person will tell about you, that person is really nice guys and she
Yes.
got my chain and anything but she returned.
Yeah. And it's very difficult to get the lost thing back. You know.
Okay, okay. It's a very nice story. So yeah, now I'm going to share one thing regarding to, this English journey. When I was not able to talk in this language, that time one day I went to the my society park, and and there one of my friend was there, and both are sitting on the a bench, and my daughter and my friend daughter both are playing in the, like, kids area. And one
Yes,
lady came suddenly, and her ladies kids are also playing to each other, my kids and her kids playing to each
yes,
other. And maybe both daughter, both parents, like, uh, both children are fighting to each other. And suddenly that lady started talking, and started giving abusing to, like, my daughter. So
yes,
suddenly my daughter came to me, beside me, and she started crying. Then I asked, why you crying? Then she
yes.
said to me, "Mom, that auntie is abusing me." Then I said, why she is abusing to? Because she is a little girl, and
Uh,
if you are doing any mistake, that time it's my responsibility, I have to make understand, don't do this thing and that thing. And but that lady suddenly started, abusing. And when I went there near that lady, and I asked, why you are abusing my daughter? So she said to me, your daughter is not good by nature, and she's fighting to my kids. So I said, my daughter nature is not good, but your daughter nature is goodness. So why you fighting? And suddenly she started talking in English, and she is not talking in Hindi. So that time I could not able to talk in English. So that time I was able to, at that time I am able to, I was able to understand what she is telling, but I am not able to give answer. So that time started. So one my friends said to me, she is that lady's her attitude is not good. Somebody is talking to you in Hindi, so that time it's your responsibility. Means if you are, I'm going to talk with Hindi, so you also you can talk in Hindi. So if you
yes,
are
right.
going in English, so that time I am able to talk in English, so I can able. But somebody suddenly she started loudly, and there are so many person like assemble in one place, and says, asking what happened, what, why you are fighting to each other, why you argument to each other. So see, that lady started fighting, as started like she was never using like Hindi words in a single words. That time at that time I was also telling a lots of sentences I have said, but Hindi. But that day I said, how can that ladies do this type of thing? uh, because this type of thing, if only ladies can do. If she will knows that I am able to talk, and that place, if any gents will be happen, that time that gent will be not do this type of kind of things. Because she is no she is talking in Hindi, then I also talk in Hindi. But she started talking English loudly, she started. So I feel I'm not feel happy. So that's why I think like that, not for like it's this a skill is for a fighting everybody. You should learn this language for not a fighting everything. So that time you're able to give reply to another person also. So that's why I said no, it's not good. But you learn very well. But if any person will come in front of me, and that person is only talking in Hindi, so that time also I want to talk in Hindi. I'm not going to talk in English in that person.
But
So
you know,
that day.
when some persons what they think, if we are fighting with somebody, then it's good to fight in English. You know, just to
Yeah.
show. Yeah, just to show. Yeah, though they are, they start talking in Hindi or any other language. But if they come to like fight, they will fight in English. I don't know, I don't or what, I don't know.
You after fighting, that lady started talking with her friends in Hindi. But when she started fighting, and that time only using like English sentences and all. So that time I think like that, how can she do this kind of things? After fighting, she is only using Hindi. And so it means that time she is showing something like that, I am able to talk, I know very well, better than you.
Yes, yes. That's the thing she wanted to just show off. I don't know
Yeah.
when fight start using English. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I think like that. No, I'm not going to fight with anyone, but I should learn this language very well.
Yeah.
Because Yeah, because anybody will ask anything, any not like you, anything will ask, then I'm at least I'm able to give answer to them.
Right, right. Now
Yeah,
you write very well in English. Now, if somebody fights with you, you can reply. No, no, you. I'm not telling that you have to fight. I'm not telling that you have to fight. If somebody starts fighting or arguing with you, and
yeah,
now you are good at English. Now you are good at English. That I'm saying. You can.
yeah,
You can. Yeah.
yeah. So this type of behavior, I don't like.
Yeah, I see. I've seen you since so many days, and I find you that you are not a person that you just indulge in yourself in fighting. You are such a calm and quiet, girls. I have noticed you, so you can't.
Mm.
I think like never fight with anybody. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because I have seen many person, a lots of person I met. That person is well educated, and that person will look like very cool and calm.
Yes, and still they arrogant nature. Some have like they have arrogant nature. Every time
Uh,
ready to fight anybody. Yes.
that ladies, I that time I realized that she is a very dominating. She dominate like other person. So that time I realized that these things. So whenever she will meet again, so I every time ignore those type of ladies especially.
Because everybody can't fight back, no?
Right? Yeah.
I can't
Yeah. So
fight. I'll feel nervous, I'll feel the emotional hurt. I'll be emotionally hurt and I'll start crying, but I can't fight back, never to anybody. Yeah.
yes, that's why I also teach my children. If any children and anybody is doing misbehave with you, so at that time ignore those person and go from there. Then automatically that person will be, go. That person is also go that side. So just ignore these kind of things.
Yes, yes. The person will automatically leave the place. If we won't indulge in ourselves,
Hmm.
that person will get bored and automatically he will leave from there. Yes.
So it's happened. So yeah.
So how you like you have conversation daily, and besides this, what you do to enhance your language?
Nowadays, for enhancing my communication skills, just I am focused like speaking parts as much as possible. And when I get free time, then nowadays I am very interested to reading story books.
Yeah,
Not yeah, not because yesterday, what happened. One a story in one a story I was reading, my children book. So that day, my elder daughter said to me, in that book was a maths book and related to a story like maths, less and more. So that time, my daughter said to me, "Mama, every time you're trying to read a story in maths book, also you search a story." So that day, these days I'm also very fond of read book.
yes, it's good habit. So do you read it in your mind or you read it aloud? In what way you read?
Not much more loud, little loudly I read, and sometimes mind also. Sometimes, some at that time, if my children was that time sleeping, that time I want to read, in the mind and yeah, that time she will playing and surrounding me here and there. So that time read aloud, little aloud, not more than.
Me, if somebody would read anything like aloud, I would feel so bad. I hate, I